Now, I could have just posted any old reaction to the Capcom Fighting Collection too, and to be honest with you, it is indeed one of the biggest collections of fighting game history. To be honest with you, I'm big on preserving history of games. Capcom did it with Mega Man multiple times. They did it with Street Fighter 1,000 times. Been on this channel, you know I love the Capcom Fighting Collection. I found characters that I never even knew about and got me more excited into new games. I got a hot take. Red Earth is actually pretty fun as hell to me. It takes the fighting game formula and makes it like an RPG. I want to make a whole video on it one day, but not right now. It takes two of my favorite genres and just combine them together. Capcom Fighting Collection is so important. It matters a lot because it shows that there's still, number one, people interested in porting of older games and interested in people wanting to play or experience these games a lot of people grew up with. I give y'all a little story. The way I got into fighting games was from the Super Smash Bros. Documentary. What really ignited the spark for me was watching Justin Wong's Evo run back then in like 2013 or 2014. Now, me growing up, I'm like, what, maybe junior year high school, just now being able to make some money or something like that. Still even hard to get most jobs at 17 where I'm at. Even side gigs or internships was hard to go by. So for a while, I couldn't buy Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Then I just played it with my friends on the old version because that's what we all had at the time. Fast forward years later, Capcom was like, yo, let's put this shit on PS4. You know, when it came out, they re-released it for like 25 bucks. So peak, Capcom, y'all some goats. But at that point, we played that a lot. Even in sparingly times, we probably played like 1 to 3 hours on the weekend and then come back every Saturday when we had time to meet up again. But here's the thing, the collection itself is pretty perfect, almost. I think the only thing a lot of people are very like confused about is why did they pick that version of Project Justice instead of Rival Schools? So, if y'all weren't living under a rock, I'm gonna speed run how I feel about these games real quick and easy based on Wikipedia's order. I might forget something. Plasma Sword, Nightmare Blitzton. Now, I'll be honest with you, I just heard about this game at Combo Breaker. I've always knew about the game, but it just kind of re-sparked in my brain at that time. I know because Hayato is the guy that's in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, so long ago, I knew he was in Plasma Sword. I'm really interested to try that game out. It looks up my alley a lot more. Then there's Power Stone and Power Stone 2, the game I'm personally the most excited about in this collection. Literally, if the game, all these games have rollback netcode up to 4 players or really solid netcode where I could just play with my friends that never got to experience this, they gonna love Power Stone. I ain't met somebody that hated on Power Stone ever in my life. Like if you hating on Power Stone, you might just be ugly, I don't know. Then these are the games I've never played in my life before. Capcom vs. SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro. That's a long ass title. But y'all get mad at Kingdom Hearts for a 0.2 fragmentary pack. This is Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. Now, I don't know much about this, but some characters are not in this version. And a lot of people are like, why didn't they just pick the normal Alpha 3 Max or something like that? I've actually never played that much of Alpha 3 outside of going to tournaments and picking on the machines. So I don't know much about this. But yeah, I think they should change it to 3 Max, but it's probably already set in stone long before in development to even change it at this point. Golden Child, Capcom vs. SNK 2. Now, mind you, it's so weird because there's 2 types of old fighting game players and you could tell the pipeline, right? I'm in the Maximilian boat where I grew up with primarily Marvel vs. Capcom. That's what I really love, tag games. You got the other group of people that grew up with freaking Capcom vs. SNK. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that it's just so much interesting how, like, even though they're both team-oriented like games, I guess they appeal to 2 different groups of people, and you can tell what games they play now today. And then the worst game on this collection apparently is Capcom Fighting Evolution. Now, mind you, it's a weird thing that's going on because a lot of people have roasted some games in recent collections. Shout out to SNK for giving me a code for this, by the way. I do want to talk about this game in big detail because I haven't actually played it at all to its point. And legit, there's a lot of people that are like, yo, I grew up with this shit sucks. And then somebody else that can play it in a modern time and be like, hold on, wait a minute, this might suck about this game, but everything else is cool. That's the same energy people have for Capcom Fighting Evolution. So I don't know. I want to see if that game's good on my own right. I think there's something for every fighting game fan in this collection. I think the biggest blemish is probably like Alpha fans not getting Max, and then probably like Fighting Evolution. So far the games in this collection is already a solid 8 out of 10. And even then, the big thing about bad fighting games is that when you play them with friends, they can still be fun time. You know what I'm saying? Like goofiness, so stupid. For example, I hate Jump Force, but sometimes when me and my homies hop on Jump Force, you get stupid, funny ass moments, and it's just like, this game's so unserious. Sometimes it's fun to have something that ain't that deep in your life, you know. But here's why I made this video. I swear to God, I hate every person that goes on Twitter and be like, oh, y'all not gonna play this though. Y'all better be on that shit when it come out though. I hope y'all are actually playing these collections when they come out though. Or these the worst people. They be like, I'm good, I'm not buying it. It's Fightcade. And that's perfectly fine. Thank you, that's perfectly fine. That is 100% fine. We don't need to know what you're not buying if you got Fightcade. All right, that's perfectly cool. To be honest, I don't even hate Fightcade. A lot of people think I do. I used Fightcade multiple times before, but I'm not gonna lie, Fightcade is mad hella freaking annoying simply because I could not get it to work early on, especially with my computer. The new Fightcade ever since they dropped 2, it's been beautiful, but like dealing with setting up buttons and all that, sometimes people just want to turn the game on and play it. That's just the honest truth for some people. That's the big reason why a lot of people don't want to do PC gaming, you know, because they're scared of having to deal with the technical difficulties, when in reality, they may not be that technical to fix, you know. But the point of these ports and the point of collections remasters at the minimum is so that people can play these games and they be on the market in modern times. Yeah, you might not see like thousands of people on the game a week after its release. You might not see millions of people playing Power Stone 48 hours afterwards. Regardless, it's the idea that you can play these games whenever you want to on a modern console or platform. And to be fair, in a lot of cases, this is a way better solution than the companies just trying to reprint old versions and selling it for $100 like a lot of these mom and pop shops, eBay and Amazon be trying to do to you. And like if you've been using Fightcade for years, albeit you keep using it, essentially Fightcade is going to be the more competitive space for it anyway. A lot of people that go to tournaments or play these games still are literally practicing to get better. Some just hop on and have fun with it. Perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I strongly believe at least supporting Capcom because they've been doing this for years with multiple games. Have they all been peak and perfect? We could talk about it. But I do think it shows that a company that's willing to take a risk and port a collection of their old games together instead of just making new stuff all together is insane. I would rather be a Capcom fan supporting these games that I may already own in the collection on my PS2 or something for modern consoles than be depressed like Naughty Dog and they can't even port most of their games right. I think this is like the second or third PlayStation port of Jak and Daxter at this point digitally, and they suck. Also, I know you had this, another story time. Growing up, a lot of us, depending on where you was raised or whatever or whatnot, right? You had games you could trade in. You got cooked by GameStop, but you did it because you're desperate for the new thing and you sold the game. Like, God forbid, there's so many games I've sold to GameStop that I actually hate that I sold as a kid. You know, money, when you need it, you gonna sell it, but some things you just can't sell, bro. It's like you can't even get a copy of some games right now. I am still mad at myself for not keeping a copy of Naruto the Broken Bond. Why? Now it's hard. Another huge thing why I will always, a big factor for me buying a console or playing something on a specific platform is if it has backwards compatibility, by the way. Literally, this is why I like the PS5 over the PS4. Simply, the PS4 can't play PS3 games. So now you got to keep up with a PS3 with the CMOS battery, make sure it's clean. I check mine anyway every so often just to make sure that shit work, bruh. PS5, I can play over 95 to 99% of the PS4 catalog on my PS5. Yeah, the games might not be gaming for the Sony exclusive games, but who cares? Everything multi-plat almost nowadays, damn it. Like, woohoo. That being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video, I hope y'all see a light or a perspective on why Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is important, but just ports and remasters of old games all across the board is very important. Now, Nintendo, can y'all stop being assholes and just port Melee? Actually, just bring the guy that did the Slippy mod on, and then let him work on that for y'all infrastructure, and then bam, everybody's happy. You ain't even got to make another Smash. But if y'all enjoyed today's video, make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe for more fighting game content, anime game content. This month we will be covering Street Fighter 6's Terry, and I'll be covering Sparking Zero as well. You guys already know, you guys are golden, and that is Raw. Squala, peace, and I'm out. Oh! Oh! Another one? Another one? Another one? Another one? Another one? No way! Capcom is going crazy! Another one? Another one for real? Oh God! No! Project Justice! Project Justice! Oh my God! Project Justice! No! No! Alpha? Yo, Project Justice? Plasma Sword? I just heard about Plasma Sword this year. Power Stone! Power Stone! Yo! No, they did it again! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, Capcom, let's go! They did it again! Yo, they're going crazy.
Let's see who's stronger.